Hey everybody, good morning. How are you? It is a little earlier than I normally come on. It's I usually do my timeout Tuesdays at 12:30, but I've got something I've got to take care of a little bit later in the day today, so I'm going to start a little bit early with everything. And today is 165 episodes of doing Timeout Tuesday. That means I've been here every week, every Tuesday for 165 weeks. It's a long time. And today I've been thinking a little bit about the COVID pandemic for a change. But I'm thinking about it from a different perspective now. I'm thinking about it from the perspective of it seems like we're actually moving in a really good direction right now. I'm very optimistic, beginning to make a lot of very major moves at the school for a gigantic grand reopening that I'm very excited for. We're going to start doing our outdoor classes, I think possibly even as early as tomorrow. I'm just going to probably announce that a little bit later and then begin moving some of our classes indoors. So I'm just super excited about that, and part of it is the fact that the vaccinations are becoming more readily available. I look forward to getting my second one to complete my suit of armor, so to speak. But I was thinking, as many of us have been talking about and thinking about over the last couple of months, so many things have changed over the past years that we have done things so differently. And I'm just wondering, what of these things are going to stick? We all came to the realization over the course of the year that we didn't necessarily have to eat out every meal for dinner, or maybe that we would suspend eating fast food as often. I didn't know that I can go a full year without having a Big Mac. That's a little pet thing of mine. Happen to like a Big Mac once in a while. Don't judge me. But I didn't know I can go a full year without eating one. I think it's the first time I've gone a full year without a Big Mac in, I don't know, maybe as long as Big Macs have been around. I don't know. But we all learned that we can handle these things. We learned that we can bake bread in our house if we can't buy bread. We learned to cook a lot more. We learned to do a lot of things around our home that we didn't do for many years. I for one, have become a big indoor gardener, outdoor gardener over the course of the pandemic. And there are many other little things that I'm wondering how long they're going to last. The concept of shaking hands, for example, seems like a little archaic under the circumstances. It seems, if we've all learned something from the transmission of disease over the course of this, Leah, I think everybody has watched 100 videos on, what a sneeze really looks like, what a cough looks like, how far these things can travel. We've learned about what we carry around on our hands and why we should be washing our hands and not shaking hands. So I wonder, does shaking hands become a thing of the past, something that we tell our kids we used to do? I wonder what other things are going to change. We all learned that working at home is not only possible, but in many cases improves efficiency. We save commuting time. Perhaps in a lot of ways also less distraction. Depends on who else is around and how many little dogs are biting at your ankles like I have. But working at home, which is something that I've been doing for many years during the day and even in previous jobs, it has always been something that has given me more efficiency, not less. And that's something that I think a lot of people are learning now. And I wonder how many companies are going to, even post-pandemic, encourage workers to work at home and just come up with different ways of making sure that they're managing accountability. I know that at the school, at the dojo, I've been experimenting with so many different ways of teaching, and many of those ways have really proved out to be, I think, very new and innovative ways of teaching our students how to really understand what we're doing and why we're doing it. And I'm even experimenting as we speak over the last week and a half, and I'll be doing it for at least another week and a half, with teaching all of our members, whether they're 3 years old or teens and adults, all the same material. Now, obviously, I'm teaching it at a slightly different level for each class, but I'm actually focusing on one piece of our curriculum for everybody to see what it's like to take everybody from effectively zero all the way through completion of one particular item, sort of like an immersion program. But I'm looking to see how that works with students of all ages and all experiences. And so far, I'm really happy with it. And I have a feeling that this is going to be one of those things that lives on, not for every single period of time at the school, but perhaps for every period of time following testing. I may choose an element of our curriculum and zero in on that for everybody. And I think it might have a profound effect on the entire student population. So that's something that I think will live on in the future. So I'm curious what things in your life have changed that you think will now just become not only a temporary adaptation, but maybe a more permanent one. If you feel like sharing that with me, I'd be really interested to know what it is. You can comment below. If you're watching this, if you're interested in these videos, I always like the likes and the shares and the hearts and the little things that float across the screen. It lets me know that people are watching. I appreciate those that watch. I appreciate those that comment. For anybody that doesn't realize this, I also post all the Timeout Tuesdays up on my on our YouTube channel. So there's about 160 some odd of those posted there. 1 or 2 missed getting posted. But so if you ever want to go back and see about 165,000 hours of video of me, I can't imagine why, you're more than welcome to do that. So in any case, I wish everybody the best. Let's keep moving in a positive direction with this pandemic. Let's put this thing behind it. I look forward to reminiscing about this in the future with everybody. Peace, and I will see you at the dojo.